When I was going to be a freshman in high school, my cousin was going to be a senior and she was going to be editor of the yearbook. And I was always into arts and crafts and stuff, and she was like, you know, he would make a really good photographer. He's really crafty. I think that's exactly what she said. And so she recruited me to the yearbook staff. And so the first day of my freshman year of high school, I learned how to use the camera. The second day, I learned how to develop film. And the third day, I learned how to make a print. And on the fourth day, the guy that taught me all that quit the yearbook. So I kind of had to learn a lot by trial and error after that. Man, I've been really lucky. You know, I got to work with some really good people that I learned from, you know, starting at Tech. I mean, we were like in a crucible where we could just do real work, and it was like this real life experience, but maybe we were a little protected from the consequences you would, you know, out in the world. You know, I thought big fish in a small pond syndrome, and I think there's something to that. I mean, when I left Tech, I didn't know that I wasn't the man. I had cut that confidence because being in a small market, I got to work at the university daily and got such valuable experience. You know, we considered ourselves, you know, professionals and independent, and we did some really good work. And then I got to work at the Avalanche Journal while I was still in college. If I was going to college in a bigger market, you know, that opportunity might not have been there. We were just a bunch of young Turks. We thought we were, you know, setting the world on fire. It was such, and I've just made such good friends that are still friends today, back then. You know, it was coming from Tech is kind of a cool thing. I mean, you look around the studio and you know how many Tech grads are in here right now. Being a Red Raider, sometimes you feel like a little bit people perceive you as second fiddle, so maybe we try harder or something. And then it also engenders a little bit more camaraderie. You know, I'm always telling friends from Dallas that it's like, you know, they'll make fun of Lubbock or something, and I'll be like, man, it's a West Texas thing. Y'all just don't understand. I'm always focused on the job in front of me. You know, that's the one that's the most important project, right? But I've been lucky enough to do some fun things. But really, overall, I would say I just get to meet some really cool people. Like, you've met a bunch of my crew, and they're kind of like, they're like my family, you know, and my clients are like my friends, and it's kind of cool to have a job where you get to work like that, you know. Probably the best thing is, the best quality I have is surrounding myself with good people, and we try to have fun. You know, what we do is, again, it's subjective, so there's a lot of stress involved, but we try to have fun doing it. Otherwise, we might just be curled up in the ball, crying all the time. You know, that's really it. You know, work your butt off. And all the other stuff will come. You learn, you know, if you don't get it right, try it again. Do something different. Same advice my dad gave me when I left home is like, you know, don't stand around with your hand in your pocket, make a hand. You know, pick up a broom and sweep the floor, or organize the light shelf, or, you know, just make yourself useful all the time. And I often say that, you know, there's 100 guys that can do what I do, but we always talk about, you know, giving your time, treasure, or talent, and I know I don't have a ton of treasure, and I don't know how much talent I have, but I try to spend some time and what talent I have, giving back a little bit. You know, I feel like if I can, you know, what I know, I don't mind sharing and giving back a little bit. I'm really humbled and thankful, and it's just really, really cool to me anyway.